Good evening, Dallas Stars hockey fans. This is Jeff with the Dallas Stars Hockey Minute. Well, this podcast is going to cover two games, the back to back, the Edmonton and the Vancouver game. You know, I love the fight that we had against Edmonton. I do wish that we would have done better and played harder in the first period. You know, there's a lot to be said about having the ability to come back and to be able to be resilient even in a loss. And I think I may have already talked about this in the previous podcast, but I still want to reiterate that we're still where we need to be. All I can say is the hockey gods were on our side yesterday. You know, not only did we win the game against Vancouver in excellent fashion. I mean, the first couple periods of that game, I know the expectation of us to score like on demand, but remember, that's the one thing I will give Vancouver. They're a tight defensive team. Unfortunately for them, that's all they are. I mean, they don't have a lot of secondary scoring. They're the type of team, if they get 2 goals or 3 goals in the game and they can shut you down and win, that's what they're going to do. But when you have a team like Dallas that can retaliate like we did last night, you know, winning 4-1, they can't seem to come back from that. So that's what Vancouver's good for. And I don't know if they're going to make the playoffs or not, but even if they do, they're going to have a really difficult time either way. That's the biggest thing is Winnipeg lost and Minnesota lost. And ironically, you know, it was Logan Stankoven, the traded star to Carolina, that essentially got the game-winning goal against them 2 nights ago when they won 4-2 against Winnipeg. And then Minnesota loses. So if you think about it, everything is lining up for a really great finish. You know, we're only 6 points down. Friday night is going to be high noon in Winnipeg. It's going to be a showdown. We get this game. We already have a game up on them because I was at the game they won in Winnipeg. I mean, when they came here to Dallas, I'm really grateful my friend took me to that, and we won that game. So we still have a game up in the series against them. So here's a chance. I'm concerned a little bit about what's going to happen with Roope Hintz. I'm so sad he took that puck to the face. I hope in the evaluation it's not so bad. But once again, Jim Nill realized what depth meant. And Rantanen is helped out a lot. He scored again last night. So he's already contributing to what we need him to do. And I'm gonna say this, by the end of this season, everyone's gonna realize that we did get the best deal of the trade, and I'm grateful for the way Jim Nill handled everything. Look, we gave up some draft picks and stuff, but we're so loaded with young talent, we needed an anchor to help us out. So, you know, they're home now, resting up. They have like 2 to 3 days to rest, get their bodies right, and on to Winnipeg on Friday. So, hopefully it's going to be interesting because I know what it's going to be. It's going to be the best 2 goaltenders in the Western Conference. That's it. I mean, look at like save percentage, win percentage. You got Connor Hellebuyck on one side, which is number 1. Jake Ottinger is number 2. And here's the problem about the other night against Edmonton. Everyone thinks he didn't play so good. It's our fault as players. It's the players' fault. Because I think it could be so much of a security blanket when you have a great goaltender that sometimes teams get a little lackadaisical in the defensive zone when they're playing the game. They need to play strong defense in front of them. They need to understand that he needs help too. and not to rely on him that like so much that they don't play their game. Because I look at that first period against Edmonton, that's what tells me what happened. There's a lot of defensive breakdowns in the middle of the ice and everything. And I think it's so easy to go, we got Jake back there. Well, you guys got to help him too. It's a team sport, and DeSmith is great. He is the backup for a reason. I guarantee you that if he were the starter, he would not be able to get some of the saves that Otter does. Otter's got the size and everything too. So I'm hoping that the Stars realize that they need to do a little bit better in front of Jake and not, take him for granted. Anyway, this is Jeff with the Dallas Stars Hockey Minute. Thank you, hockey gods, for allowing us to have a loss and making sure the other two teams within the first three positions lost two, so that we can still be on track to maybe get to Winnipeg. I mean, a lot of my friends think that's what's going to happen, and I believe it's possible, but I'm keeping it very much one game at a time, because we still got 18 games left of the season. We're obviously going to make the playoffs. I know the top seed would be wonderful, because then we would have a wild card team, not a Colorado or Minnesota. But here's the deal: we're better than those teams. I believe that. We're showing it. Unfortunately, the power play didn't work last night because, that's what Vancouver has, is a good defense. And but at the end, 5-on-5 prevailed, and we still have one of the best power plays in the second half of the season. This is Jeff with the Dallas Stars Hockey Minute. Hopefully everyone's having a wonderful day. Go Stars.